Because the Heavenly Principals basically came in and said like, oh, nice planet you got there. I'm gonna do whatever the I want with it. Physics mentioned, Ben, why is that your sleeper agent word? I'm scared. Huh, there's someone here. Not this one either. Hey, what are you doing? I'm trying to find my way back. I only remember that I need to find an Animo Archon statue. I don't remember anything else. Your way back? It's a vague sense of homesickness, but I can't remember anything at all. Well, he's wearing a Fon 10 outfit. When I woke up, the only thing I had was a note in my hand that said, "You are Malky." So I suppose my name is Malky. I should be going now. Goodbye. Interesting. Or Morky? Malky, probably. What a strange person, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy. Oh. Are you alright? I had a strange vision. A strange vision? Could it be because that person touched the statue just now? Some people just won't listen. I already told you. Now's not the time to go up the mountain. Easy there, old man. Let's calm down and talk this out. We were getting along just fine earlier at the night brew. But the moment I mentioned I was heading for Windrest Peak, he grabbed me and dragged me all the way here. Oh, Huffman, what's going on here? As you can see, old man is trying his best. That's such a funny name. Old man is trying his best to keep people away from Windrest Peak. Anyway, let me introduce you. This is Lippard, an adventurer. Lippard? No, Lippard. What I saw, what I felt, it was terrifying. Surely you don't wish to hear it. Doesn't look like I'm going anywhere today, so let's hear it. Consider it an extension of our drinking and bragging session from earlier. So what sort of great peril are we facing here? The sanatorium's haunted! Seriously, I saw them ghosts with my own eyes! Ghosts? Not again. It happened last night. What if I just leave? Oh, it blocks me, okay. How tall is this guy? I feel like my perspective is way too low to the ground. Hey, why so worked up, Hauptmann? Slow down, Hauptmann. Slow down. Yes, that's the dock. What's that? A sunsetia? Fox must have brought it in from Windrest Peak. Hope it's not nesting inside. Woof woof. Oh, that was quite the scare. Everything's just breaking down here. This place is taking too long to demolish, and no one's removing or maintaining the stuff inside either. They're just letting everything rot. I'd wait getting one grumbling codger to look after this junk for a few months works out cheaper than hiring a few young men to move the stuff every day. Oh my god. Huh? A weasel thief? Well, it looks like I won't need reading glasses anytime soon. But those weasel burrows, ugh, they're worse than fox lairs. Never mind, less thinking, more doing. Yes, let the poor old man deal with this. Hello. Yeah, light's broken. Come on, Hauptmann. Why the barking at the cemetery? You howl at the scent of death, but lack the courage to rush headlong into the tranquility of eternity, eh? That was a cracker of a line, huh? Should put it in my story tomorrow. Yes, I'll do that. Dumb. Wait, what's that noise? Did the bed just move? What was that? Just a lizard. I wigged out over nothing. Where are you going, Hauptmann? Could be a twin sister, that's all I'm saying. And that's how it happened. I swear it on my paycheck and the responsibilities that come with it. Weren't you bemoaning how little you make as a doorman? I'm not just any doorman. I oversee demolition work and cultural heritage preservation. Though yeah, the pay is bad. Well, and I swear it's on my reputation at the tavern. A most serious oath for us Mondstadters. I should really investigate this myself, but I still have to meet up with the Knight's expedition who are returning to Dawnman Port. Sorry about this, Harley, but could you check out the sanatorium for me? Kinda sorta scary stories like this usually mean something bigger's at play. And what about super scary stories? The truth behind those is usually, basic scientific facts about how superstition can be harmful. It's fine. I know my way around a fight either way. Yeah, true. We've run into ghosts before too. Most of them were actually pretty easy to talk to. So there really are ghosts in this world? No, it's all just strange elemental powers and scientific phenomena at work. In that case, I won't go today. I'll just stay in Dawnman Port and have some drinks. Long Day in the Mountains prologue. Magic Mountain. Oh, what are these? Might these be the monsters falling in the sky that we've been hearing about? It's really strange. There's nothing but clouds up there. So did they come from the clouds or what? What do you mean monsters falling from the sky, Paimon? We haven't heard shit about that. Oh, it's taking me by itself. No, there's money there. I want the money. Old man said it happened at night. Let's wait until nightfall before coming back. It's as we thought. There's nothing in the graveyard. Old man must have made a mistake. Still, look at the portrait on this grave. This girl was so young. There's a sad story behind this one for sure. Are you friends with my sister too? Eek! You look exactly the same. Sister? So you've got to be the younger sister of the person buried here, right? Well, you also have friends? I don't think we count. You scared the old man at the gate last night, so the knight sent us to investigate. I see. Well, I'm just here to look for her. I didn't expect that rumor to be true. A rumor? That those who go to the sanatorium will stay there, or something similar. In her letters, my sister said the sanatorium was about to close, and that she was going somewhere far away. Maybe she went traveling around the world or something. This is literally her gravestone, Paimon. No, wait. Her gravestone is right here. Sorry. It's alright. Before I came, I thought the same way you did. It took me some time to prepare myself before I could come here for answers. So she's her sister and is in regular contact with her. And somehow people set up her gravestone without notifying her family and also included a picture of her on there as well. Okay. I might have arrived a bit too late last night and ended up frightening the old man. Please help me pass along my apology. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. It's okay. Paimon totally gets you. Just gotta explain it to everyone, and you'll be fine. It was a little late last night. I'd planned to ask the old man about the situation, but he fled without even looking back. For now, I want to look for traces of how she lived her life. Perhaps that would lead us to some clues on where she would... You know what? Let us help you. It's getting late, and the sooner we finish, the sooner we can head down the mountain. Right, Harley? By the way, what's your name? What is it? Is it an embarrassing name or something? In that case, Paimon can give you a nickname. How's that sound? No, it's just I had planned to... Well, I came to say goodbye. Zeitlind. My name is Zeitlind. I feel like she is a ghost. and that is her gravestone. But she doesn't remember how she died, and so she wants to find out. Let's help Zeitland look around together, shall we, Harley? A cursed mountain where none who enter ever return. What exactly are we looking for? Maybe a note, a scrap of paper, or perhaps just traces of a life that once existed here. With the demolition already this far along, there may not be much left to find. Still, I have to try. Or, alternative theory, she's an abyss mimic. A stack of paper, first sheet, written in bold, sweeping strokes. To Kosha. One of my family members came to apologize. In theory, I really should have held my ground. But guess what? He showed up with my newborn grandson. So, I'm leaving the sanatorium. The burial plot and headstone I bought, they're yours now. No, you can't refuse. I've already settled everything with the lector here. Every inch of that plot is yours. Good thing the headstone hasn't been engraved yet. It's a deluxe model, mind you. You should find a photo of yourself looking particularly dashing and put that on there. 100 years from now, let's find each other again in the wandering winds of Mondstadt. Actually, never mind all that. I'm getting out of here, and you're bound to recover soon enough. I'll see you at the tavern down the mountain then. Bauer, 6 feet tall and 68 years young. Second sheet, written in a different hand. To my fellow patients at the sanatorium, let us all congratulate old Bauer on finally making peace with his family. The old man went to great lengths to prove that he was done with them. He even dropped a fortune on a burial plot right here in the sanatorium. Now, maybe there was a genuine shred of resolve behind that decision. Personally, though, I'm chalking it up to a moment of madness. A cocktail of heat-of-the-moment brain fog, dementia, and a sprinkle of old age paranoia. And I don't mean to make light of dementia. It is a heavy burden that many of our fellow residents carry, a serious condition that deserves our attention and care. Do take good care of the elders in your families. Now that he's made peace with his kin, he's gone and signed the grave over to me. But I don't want it. It's morbid as hell. I doubt any of you want it either. A grave is a pretty cursed gift to be lugging around. Since my lungs should be fully treated soon, and I'll be heading down the mountain any day now, I'm officially releasing my claim on that plot and headstone. First come, first served. No, that came out wrong. If anyone happens to need it. No, that's even worse. You get the point. To my companions in recovery, come find me for a drink when you're well again. Kosha, who's changing careers and never stepping foot in the mines again once he's out of here. Third sheet, written in yet another hand. To my fellow patients at the sanatorium. Tombstone carving has been my family's trade for generations. Whether it's Liyue style, Mondstadt style, or Inazuman Sotoba, I can carve and inscribe them all. We're officially recognized by both the Wangshong Funeral Parlor in Liyue and the Church of Avonius. I'm available for inscriptions, though only until I'm cured and out of here. Free of charge. Toten Grabov, who does not know the Gravedigger's song. Ask me one more time and I'll carve a curse on your tablet. What do we have here? An envelope? There's so much dust on the bed. It must have been meant for the sanatorium patients back in the day. Looks like there's nothing else worth checking out. Zeitland, were you waiting for us here? No, I think something feels off. Was that always so far away? Oh. Okay. Huh? This place looks kind of different from before. What happened here? Oh, okay. Whoa! I am Nihilita, Watcher of Nothingness, the Open-Eyed. Noble traveller from distant realms, returnee from the Sea of Stars. Greetings, I bid you welcome. It knows you? But I don't know it. As it should be. We dwell within the watchtowers of the world. We were never meant to meet, even across countless ages. Yet I have now fallen into the mortal realm for one purpose alone. I beg that you ascend to the high heavens and free the Iones, maybe? Is a Hellenistic deity associated with time. Free the... I'm going to say Ions. I feel like if it's based on Ion. And free the Ions of the past from their inverted fates. Please touch the Anemo Archon statue over there. It is a gateway that leads onto the heavens. Wait, can't you see there's an ordinary person here? Are you sure Zeitland is supposed to hear these things? At least let us take her back first. Inconceivable. You really came. Ah! Well, please remain calm. I merely placed her under my protection, so that she shall not suffer any apathic afflictions after ascending. So you mean we're bringing Zeitland with us? She has her own journey to embark upon. When you reach the temple above the sky, she will be restored. Hey, hold on. We never agreed to go to some strange place like that. Let Zeitland out first. This is not some strange place. It is the seat of governance above the skies. Its name is Segment Domain Tau. Or perhaps, let us use its lost name. Tau is a Greek letter, I think. The Temple of Space. Also, I think I saw someone say something like Zeit is German for time, which is interesting. Space-time. So I think I saw people, after the live stream, I saw people theorizing that Zeitland was like something to do with Istaroth. Temple of Space. And what it just did earlier. Zeit is German for time, yeah, gotcha. That is correct. It belongs to the god who once appeared before you, my creator. Within the temple, you shall find your answers. Please take this with you. It will aid you in my stead. Not that. Oh, what is this thing? A little strange, but kind of cute. Could you explain what it actually is? A watcher does not explain. A watcher observes, in silence. Once safety may be guaranteed, it will restore Zeitland. Don't just assume that we're going. You're just looking to dump responsibility for this onto someone, aren't you? Noble Outlander, are you willing to go? There it is again, talking to yourself and dodging the question. You haven't been making any sense for a while now, you know? Harley, do you know what it's trying to say? The Temple of Space. I will go. Eh? Little face. Okay, sure. If that's what you want, then Paimon will go with you. Huh? Where did it go? Not the peace sign. If my earlier discourtesy has stirred anger within you, come at me with blade in hand. I will await you in the mortal world. I can't fucking speak. Investigate the Animo power present. This reminds me so much of the ring from Lord of the Rings, with the inscriptions around it. Oh, okay, we're just air swimming. Whee. Whoa, look at how high it's going. It's amazing how a massive structure like this is just floating unseen above Mondstadt like that. Yeah, this is the fucking thing from the beginning of the game. Shed a light. And also just like the opening sequence, like when you log in. Oh. Zeitland, are you alright? I'm fine. My sense of time's a bit off though. Like a very long while has passed, and yet also just an instant. That sounds like a familiar feeling. You felt this way before? You must have been through plenty of misfortune too. How long has it been for you then? About 500 years? What? Has so much time passed already? Oh no, she's talking about the time weirdness stuff that happened to her. That said, Paimon's not sure if 500 years is that accurate at this point either. Me neither, Paimon. I have a theory. As for this time, it's only been about 10 minutes or so. Huh, so that's how long it's been. Say, you never asked us for our names. Ah, yes, when I tried to call for help just now, I realized I didn't even know what to call you. Sorry, at first I was planning to... Well, never mind. I already know that you're Harley. What about your pet? Hey, Paimon's not a pet. Paimon's Harley's best guide and companion. Yes, Paimon's not a pet. And if you're gonna make another corny joke, you can stuff it. Oh, I'm sorry, Paimon. Well then, hello Paimon. Hello Harley. We'll make sure you get back down safely, but for now, we don't have any leads as to how. So let's keep moving forward. We need to find someone and ask them what's going on. Yeah, I don't know how many people you're gonna find up here. Oh. This reminds me of... I think they use the same assets as they have done in Plain Arcadia. Yeah, they must have done with, like, the pixels loading. This is a long way. Doesn't look like we can go any further. Whoa. That's fucking mad. Whoa, Paimon wasn't expecting this huge space behind the door. Yeah. In areas within the Templar's space, after selecting an object within the temple, you can hold and drag your skill to drag that object along a space-like vector. After dragging for a certain distance, maintain that distance for a while until the space-like vector is fully charged. Release the skill button at this moment to trigger spatial folding and change the state of various objects. You can control various objects in areas within the Templar space. Some of these objects cannot be affected during co-op mode. Seize certain objects within the Templar space to produce a variety of incredible effects at corresponding moments. Hold the left button and drag in the desired direction. Oh, okay. Odds are you're right-handed. Interesting. Whoa, you're amazing. That strange person didn't even mention your name. But don't worry, Paimon's going to give you a great nickname. Let's go with Dex, shall we? The fundamental building blocks of civilization. Any creation of civilization that fades from the collective memory of humanity will eventually disintegrate into memory factors. Offer them to the memory core within the Temple of Space, and you may receive a blessing from the memories drifting within the interstices. Interstices. I can't speak. Oh my god. When the Apostle of the Golden City still walked among us, I once saw creatures like this in the Southern Territories. The Great Mother who granted us life. I would not dare speak her sacred name. What might she think, knowing one of her creations has been confined here? Egeria? Or Naberius, maybe. Or maybe she's just talking about... Maybe it's just talking about Asmodee, I don't know. Though perhaps the thought is futile. In the end, what place in this world is not a cage? Damn. Bars. Oh yeah, this is like a museum. Museum, that's why I like it so much. Nice. Upper Beast. Round and charming at first glance. But consider this. The lazy and degenerate lower creature, as the Romurians once called it, has wandered through the seas far longer than the entirety of Remuria's own civilization endured. By that measure, the blubber beast may be closer to eternity than any empire that has ever risen, and certainly closer to the perfect sphere. Cute. Yeah, I wonder if this is Asmodee or someone else who's writing these. Maybe move it over here? Come on, Dex. Lemurian Knights. Wow. I'm looking at this, I'm like, this seems very, it's like very draconic, very like Asiatic dragon. It's making me think of like the Leviathans in Star Rail as well. Huh? There's someone up ahead.
Hard work is paying off, as it should.
What if I ignored him and continued exploring? Hello. Huh? Humans? I thought the uplifting had already ended. More cases like Hilda's then? No, wait. Perhaps you were simply unlucky. Newcomers who have only recently passed the trial of the apathic interval, maybe? What the fuck are you saying, sir? Greetings, newcomers. My name is Historia. I hail from the age when the Dark Dragon King rent the sky open. Oh. So, once Nibelung was corrupted by the Abyss, and he came back to fight the Heavenly Principles. Also, this is rather close to Istaroth for my liking. What sort of age was that? Anyway, call me Harley. Paimon's Paimon. Zeitland. So you're Zeitland. Ah, Dexter, you are here as well. So Paimon just magically guessed this thing's name. She just said, oh yeah, we're just going to call this thing Dex. And that was its name. Now I understand. You must be people of the present age. In which case, you have come to reinforce us. That was quick. Also, Dex's real name is Dexter, huh? Is it your friend? No, we call it Dex too, but it just sent me a secret signal. As such, I introduced it using the more official, more impressive sounding name. Hey, Harley. Paimon wants a formal name and a secret code too. Ah, but now is not the time for such talk. Since Nyalita has sent you up here, that means it is finally our time to strike back. Wait a minute, we're still confused. How confused? More confused than I was the first time I looked upon Escher's paintings? Wasn't that the name of the Fontenian, like, engineer that Dottore pretended to be in Tatarasuna when he met Scaramouche? Squinting. Does the name ring a bell? He's from a very long time ago, though. Surely not someone you know. You know what? Who knows? Maybe he really was famous. Actually, that pisses me off. Why didn't I make my mark in history? There's no way they reused the name. So, there's two possibilities here. One is that Dottore killed someone and took their identity. But this guy seems like he's from way further back than that point in history where Dottore was Escher. So I wonder whether Dottore took on that name because he read about someone from much further in the past. You know what? Let's just call him Mauki from now on. Oh, that's the guy from earlier at the statue. Mauki? Paimon feels like she might have heard that before. Also, how do you get to Mauki from Escher? No, this isn't the time for that either. Let me ask you, do any of you have combat strength on par with a junior Remurian centurion of hire? Don't worry, Harley can beat people up just fine. Come on then, let's head out and show them what pancration, or maybe Makaira, means to you. He knows what pancration is? Within the Temple of Space, you can occasionally find platforms that can be reshaped with Dex's help. While in their default state, these platforms can expand in multiple directions. However, once they are altered, they must be reset to their original shape before they can be transformed again. This reminds me a little bit of the sculpting stuff in Nicole's meeting point. I can't really articulate exactly why it reminds me of that, but it does. Whoa. This is so cool. Oh, neat. Oh wait, I can't look at the... Oh, it's all just fog, okay. Nice. This is pretty cool. A fun way to kind of make this idea of space a game mechanic. Yo. Whoa. It's beautiful. Look, that is the center of the Pillar Hall of Space. Now then, let us set our course for the heart of the world, a realm unreserved for the old or young, rulers or fools. Whoa, even the trees are blocky. It's just like Minecraft for real. Ah, yes. Come, come. It's team huddle time. We have a strategy meeting to hold. Does the team include me? Ooh, Paimon almost forgot. Historia, do you know how to send someone back down to the ground? I do. Then can you tell us how to send Zeitlin back? She's just an ordinary person. In the past, that would have been nearly impossible. But the temple's laws and order draw close unto collapse, making it now a trivial matter. You simply need to do me a small favour. Alright, but it better be small. Oh, it's simple. Smash a few crappy guards, rescue an old friend, and escort us back to the centre of the Pillar Hall. That doesn't sound too bad. And do you know what kind of god rules this place? Harley is looking for her. This was once the sacred hall of the god of space. She is nowhere to be found. After the mistress vanished, one of the two stewards fell from grace and departed. Yeah, that's the one that's now in Dornment Port. The one who remained, Malanta, grew increasingly severe with us. He did not descend into the mortal world, but he has descended into madness. Malanta? Does that mean that the one who fell from grace is that self-absorbed Nihilita guy? Correct. The Watcher who introduced Dex to you is the one who departed. Nihilita of nothingness. So it really was that big-winged guy who talks to himself, doesn't care what people say, and changes the subject whenever you ask him uncomfortable questions? Does he really talk that much? No matter. The two of them were once divine familiars who watched over the world from the Pillar Hall of Space. The Temple of Space selects people and objects from a specific historical age or a now vanished civilization, using them as the smallest possible segments. Once elevated, the Chosen are preserved here as living memories, forever. That doesn't sound like a very happy fate. I suspect it was not originally designed as an eternal paradise or some heaven in the sky, yet in a sense it's sort of like an afterlife as well as a museum. Still, the God of Space's sisters would occasionally bring things of interest into the temple and grant small pardons for acts of change. Oh, Paimon gets it. This place was a spotless but dull bookshelf that the sisters then covered in stickers and stuffed with light novels. Then Malanta, driven by longing for his creator, reversed all the rules to their original form. He began purging everything that had changed, punishing anyone who broke from precedent. I have a feeling this is related to how the Abyss works, but I don't have the words to articulate that just yet. I gathered the courage to leave the relative safety of the temple's center, hoping I might be able to save an old friend. But my lack of pancration training caught up with me. Why is he calling it pancration? Like, isn't that just something that happens in the Fortress of Meripede? And I ended up getting chased by the guards and hiding in that spot earlier. Alright, that's the introduction. What's our plan? We fight our way through and save anyone we know. Fine. Looks like Melanta's the highest up the ladder we can reach for now. Hopefully we can get some answers from him. Useless piles of junk. May you be decommissioned and scrapped at the next routine check. It's Josephus. I came out mainly to rescue him. Oh. Yeah, okay. That was my bad. Putting in a level 60 Linnea. Come on, die please, mate. There we go. Oh wait, up. Whoa. Cool. Well, well, if it isn't our great master of anti-self-termination, Josephus. So why are you here, cursing all who live? Cut it out. Nobody dies in the Temple of Space. How strange. Did you try testing that rule, Sir Anti-Self-Termination? Keep talking and a new batch of guards will be on its way. Alright. Special times call for special treatment. I won't make fun of you. Harley, Sightland, this is Josephus. He's a friend of mine. No need to be so sentimental. Everyone here is everyone else's friend. If you can't come to love or be loved by everyone over such long periods of time, you drown the world in sorrow. Come, let us set our course for the heart of the world, a realm not reserved for the old or the dead, for the rich or poor. I've quoted that poem before. They did stuff with this concept. I think it was the Thoth event. Is this the process for a repeat exile to the apathic interval? But why? What has she done to deserve this? It's going to be at least 50 years before we see her again. What the fuck? This music reminds me of Golden Sun. Reminds me of the Lemuria music, which is kind of funny given the references to Remuria. I've long been on, like, I don't even know if I would call it a crack theory, but like, I've long had the theory that one of the games that Genshin has been inspired by is Golden Sun. I feel like they have a lot of similar approaches to how they world build. Yo, cool. What a shot. Whoa. It's safer here. I don't know why, but the suppression type guards can't get in. Organization type keepers usually don't harm people either. Unless you try to steal relics, that is. Sightland, you've been gripping that suitcase this whole time. Your knuckles are all pale. When did she have a suitcase? It's safe here, so just put it down for now, okay? Well, unless you've got stolen relics in that suitcase. But that can't be, right? Mm-hmm. Still, Paimon's sure it's got to be full of valuable items. Not really. Just some things I needed to say goodbye to before leaving. Huh? It's nothing. You and your sister have vastly different personalities. What did you say? Yeah, I had a feeling that maybe like her sister was here somewhere. I mean, have you met my sister? Did she come here before? So the hill that you mentioned before really is... Easy now, young Zeitland. This place is safe. We can take our time talking about your sister. Shameless fellow. Hilda called you Grandpa. I couldn't tell you how many years ago I was born. Still, I have heard you all speak of an age long past, when the gods waged war across the land. In my time, there were no gods living in our lands at all. Have you ever seen an angel? That makes you a great-great-great-great-grandpa! Grandpa Historia! Nay, nay. Once you get here, all are caught within stagnant space-time. Saints and commoners, wise and foolish, young and old. There is no difference. That is to say, don't call me Grandpa. Then let's call each other whatever we want. I'll call you Grandpa Historia, and you can call me Young Hilda. She was a good lass, but for some reason, she always looked a little gloomy. Indeed. Hey, stop getting sentimental! Zeitlyn's suitcase has been stolen! By when you should never have told her to put it down. Hey, give it back! It got away. This is going to be a difficult chase. What do we do? Don't let this get you down, Zeitlyn. I have a theory. Harley, come with me. Memory factors are the building blocks of civilization. Even so, an archive brimming with them cannot replicate the high price of an antique simply because it lacks the weathering. Yeah, it's not, like, lived in. There it is. Oh, thank goodness! Looks like we've only recovered a small part of Lynn's stuff, though. Then it's as I suspected. Your suitcase and everything inside it have been classified as relics of this age. Ah, I did wonder. The rest were likely dispersed and placed in other areas. Don't worry, Zeitlyn. We'll find them together. Thank you all. Then, shall I tell you about the themed areas? This is like a theme park. Okay then, tell us. I'm listening. Besides people like us, some landscapes, relics, and even ecosystems were also uplifted to this place. The temple was originally meant to preserve them as segments of human culture, though some gradually developed their own functions. Take, for example, the Luoyang Academy from ancient Liyue. It has now become an area devoted to art and painting. Then there's Venipi, a labourer who once hauled stone for the mausoleum of King Deshret. Under orders, he rebuilt a desert-style complex called the Desert Pavilion. Last is my personal favourite, the Mahavipulya Chamber. Besides ancient texts, I butchered that, it also contains new novels written by some of the uplifted. So ordinary people were basically preserved in this space, kind of trapped. But since the purpose of the Temple of Space is preservation rather than evolution, they were also the first to face punishment. Oh, because they wrote new stuff. So if we go to those 3 places, we can find the things Zeitlyn lost, right? You could also free those areas and rescue the others, if it's not too much trouble, of course. Oh, Historia, that's gonna run you extra. I wouldn't put it like that. We should go help everyone and find my things along the way. Your personal effects are of utmost importance here, Lind. You are, after all, someone who lives in the present. This place is but an anthology of the past. It has no future, whereas you still have yours. See, him talking about past, present, future does make it feel a lot less like box time and more linear. Like he recognizes that time is passing into that even if it's not passing here. That makes your needs the most important. Do you understand? In the end, a living person may amount to nothing more than a name on a gravestone. Even so, a name carries countless memories. The power of a name. As well as the stories and strength passed on through them, young Zeitlyn, just like in that land. Let us return and rest for now. I suspect you still have many questions. This is chapter 1. Oh my lord. This is a long quest, huh? The fuck are you? Oh! Alright. Yeah, this whole thing is reminding me so much of Lemuria in Golden Sun. In like so many different ways. Within the Temple of Space, you will sometimes find paintings that have pockets of space sealed inside them. By overlapping the image in the painting with the corresponding scene in reality, decks can restore the space trapped within the painting and manifest objects from the painting into the physical world. This reminds me of that event that was right at the end of last patch with like the photos and matching them up. The closer the painting is to the actual scene, the brighter the light emitted by the frame will be. Decks can also retrieve or reproject the artwork. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do this. Ow. There was a painting on the table just now. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh wait, do I just... Oh yeah, okay. Yo. This is really cool. Reminds me a lot of Chenyu Vale. I think it's the same assets, actually. Yeah. Is that a dim star Paimon sees over there? This must be the Luyang Academy that Historia was talking about. Oops, the fuck? Are these ink blots? They kind of feel human somehow. Ink blots, it's the abyss, it's all coming together. Inkman just said something. That's so creepy. Abstractionist. It won't open. Harley, how about giving it a real nasty kick? Kick forcefully. How is it? I can't feel my leg. There's also that dim star from just now. See? Whoa. Move the camera left and right to look for the ink man. Just what kind of a mechanism is it? Oh, wait, we're taking camera on this, like, little, like... Aha! The star reminds me of Paimon, little star in her head. That's true, yeah. Whoa! Now we're just here. Yikes, where are we now? Good question. Huh, how incredible.
The Oracle has ordained that this treasure should go to you.
Ooh.
That way there's no squabble.
Dex. Make sure to... What in the world is Inkman talking about? Dex, did you understand any of that? Must have meant the deep meaning that isn't abstractionist. Yes, his painting really isn't the abstractionist sort. What? Paimon doesn't think we should mess with something that doesn't belong to us. Or are you saying you've discovered something? It really came to life. Is this what they call realism here? This is very cool. Why does it feel like we're still missing something? Yes, the scene does feel a little incomplete. Oh, wait. In the distance, I don't know if you can tell on stream, but like the distant like horizon, you can see like paintbrush strokes. That's cool. There's another painting over here. You're up, Dex. I don't know if you have to run into every single one of these. Oh, an ambush, okay. But I'm doing it anyway. Oh my god. What the fuck, man? That's what I get for not having a proper team out. Maybe I should change my team. Woohoo! Done and dusted. Your turn now, Dex. For real this time. Is that alright? I need to move back here. Whoa, a human popped out this time. Mountains cannot crush the buried spirit. Through riven clouds, the sky at last appears. I'm free. Hilda, Dex, and my new friends, please accept my thanks. Oh, he called her Hilda. I'm her younger sister, Zeitland. Oh, why? You two look so alike. Yes, I've been told that a lot. And who are these two? My name's Paimon. She said my instead of Paimon. And this is Harley. It was Historia's commission that brought us here. In that case, let's dispense with the introductions. Do you possess any degree of martial skill? Preferably of the sort that might see off a legatus of Remuria. Yeah, all of their comparisons are Remuria. Just how did you come up with that description? This goes back to how a certain border fortress rose to prominence when Remuria was destroyed. Certain border fortress. One day, after much time had passed, an old man arrived at its gates, claiming to be the acting master of the Guhua clan. One day, the two sides fell to arguing. When the Remurian commander said that he was in charge of music in the army, the acting master thought him weak. But in truth, the greater your musical mastery, the higher your rank in the Remurian military. Oh yeah, because I guess like that all works with music. And this commander, why, he had already undergone petrification. By the way, I don't know if you've heard of this, but everyone in the Remurian inner circles was transformed into Ichor, becoming semi-immortal golems. So when the acting master channeled his inner energies into a single strike, he only wound out hurting his own hand. He then spoke harshly, lamenting a lack of successors to the Guhua clan's secret arts and the withering of talent on the vine in his era. Why, so he claimed he didn't even possess a vision. Of course, he wouldn't have been selected if he had one in the first place. After enduring the apathic interval, we could no longer receive visions. But anyway, back to our story. The commander shot back with choice words of his own, claiming that the legatee of Remuria were far more terrifying than he could ever be. Sure. Cool story, Paimon supposes. Also, don't worry, Harley's 1000% got what it takes to defeat a legatus. With both hands tied behind my back, even. That's great. By the way, why were you in the painting? And what are those humanoid ink blots? This is how Malanta delivers punishment, sealing people into paintings and smushing them into ink blots. Just like my cage, which was encased in layers of paintings. This is very plain Arcadia. So the ink blots we saw back there were actually people? Yes. Now, a word to the wise. The more realistic a painting is, the more fitting a cage it is to ensconce your spirit. After all, its essence may be grasped at a glance. As such, expect hidden secrets lurking behind any realistic paintings you find here. And what should we do next? This is not the right place for such talk. Let's head back first. Reach out your hand and touch the painting. Break this veil of illusion, and the world beyond shall receive you once more. Huh? What are you talking about? In simpler terms, touch the painting and you'll be able to return. Though the world outside is just another illusion.
not to be sniffed at.
Huh, we sure made it back quickly. This place truly is full of wonders. It is indeed fabulous, comparable to the finishing touch from Rex Lapis's hand, which brought stone to life. And with the power of your heart and mind, you can really turn those lifelike paintings into reality. Yeah, this is a lot of, like, belief and, like, wish power. Like, very similar, like, things happening with, like, playing Arcadia. Anyway, what's our next plan of action? The key to restoring the entire library lies in completing that final illuminating stroke. But before we do that, we must first restore this painting. Once the heavenly heart emerges, the four horizons fade to white. Once the heavenly principles emerges, the four shades? Oh, what a commanding name. That's Inazuman preferences and painting names for you. Why Inazuman? Theoretically, we should be able to complete the missing part of the painting in the Tower of Radiant Light. But with our path barred, it seems we can only head to the Abode of Resplendent Talent to see if we can reach the Tower of Radiant Light from there. Wait, it was behind this door the whole time? Paimon had hardly kicked this thing full force, hardly strong enough to level mountains, but the door didn't even budge. Is your foot numb? Yeah. Probably because this door was manifested from the painting through the mind. As such, it doesn't exist as physical matter as we know it. Historia once mentioned that he had a teacher named Aristocles, who was always saying that mind prevails over matter. I guess this is what they meant. But leveling mountains, you say? That would make you just as powerful as H-Dahar. Speaking of which... Yu Huangi from the Mahavipulya chamber told me that H-Dahar already existed back in his era. As such, the so-called finishing touch that brought the dragon to life was nothing more than a legend, the invention of later generations. A fine story all the same, of course. That's interesting because of the finishing touch thing comes from real-world Chinese mythology of like the thing that to create a dragon and bring it to life, the last thing you do is give it eyes. Yeah, I kind of do wonder if H-Dahar is the Geo-Sovereign. I wonder if Zhongli giving him eyes was more like a rebirth. Like Zhongli like dug down, because the whole thing with H-Dahar is that Zhongli dug down into the earth and like found like H-Dahar and brought him to the surface and gave him eyes. So I do wonder if he found the Geo-Sovereign like buried in the earth. And did you realize something from that? I just told him, you've ruined a precious memory, you know that? I can relate. Never mind, just take it as a fun little anecdote. Anyway, since the door was born from a painting, a painter must open it. Allow me to do that for you. You don't seem very surprised. Neither do you, sis. You're just an ordinary person. I was just thinking that. I was like, I feel like she's not freaking out about everything going on. That's because Harley's been through even crazier stuff. Lots of extraordinary adventures, huh? Guess I shouldn't even be surprised if you saved the world before. She and her brother were separated by an awful god. The main goal of her adventure is to find her lost sibling. So Harley can understand how you feel. I hope you find your sibling, and may you live a life of peace and happiness. Oh, Paimon's sorry. She forgot that you won't... please, don't apologize. It was my fault for bringing it up. Also, that's not what I meant. Sus, yeah. I really hope that your wish comes true. Thank you, Zeitland. Alright, open sesame. Let's get moving then. I keep thinking about playing Arcadia because I'm like, it's interesting that, like, they're talking about wishes in the place with the paintings and people getting trapped in them. All that outside the window, is that really all just a painting? When the false is taken as true, the true also becomes false. I wish I could have read the rest of that. This is so pretty though. I can't believe this isn't real either. If the painting is real, then the landscape it depicts must be real too. That sounded deep. Wow. That really... There's a reason some people also call me Daoxuan. I really thought that was walkable. Trippy. I feel like this text is going too fast. These photos. Ah, they were painted using a camera, yes? Back then, your sister told us of something capable of creating pictures even more lifelike than the most realistic paintings. We all wondered what it would be like. It's a shame that she didn't have a camera, nor did she have a picture painted by it on hand. Now that I've seen one myself, it does look incredibly lifelike. Ah, by Wang Xuan. How's that for feeling smug? Machines have taken realism to its natural end, but there's still room for imagination, you know? Not exactly. No matter how realistic the painting, it still carries the painter's emotions and aesthetic sense. Though some of the colours can't be found in the real world, you can really feel the painter's heart from the way said colours are used. Even the most realistic painting carries within it minor details of fiction, exaggeration, and blur. That's where the artist's aesthetics and craft come into play. Okay, it's not like Paimon doesn't get it. Paimon just wanted to compliment you so she could ask you to, you know, maybe draw something for us later. Could we take it with us? I don't think you could take it with you. Otherwise, you'd make a lot of mora from selling my paintings. What's a mora, huh? Were you a famous painter or something? Let me have a look. I can't believe I'm looking at an authentic Yunlai Daoxuan, and painted just last week too. Thank you so much. Sightland, could Paimon have a look? Sure, these photos were taken during my sister's vacation. The passerby she asked was really bad at photography, so some photos only show the top of her head poking out from the bottom. But I can tell that she's smiling happily all the same. Sorry to let you see that. The lighting and composition of these photos are terrible. There's no sense of depth or layering at all. It's not that bad. I think these are the best, photos. If your sister hadn't insisted on only showing her head, these would have been the worst of scenic paintings. I mean, scenic photos. But thanks to her, they have become memories and proof of her presence there. I think I get what you mean. I found my stuff. Let's keep helping Dalcy out, shall we? I think the painting there leads to the abode of resplendent talent. See if you can find a way to the Tower of Radiant Light from there. That said, I won't be joining you for your next journey. I'll head back to the central area to let others know we're safe. Then I'll be back in no time. Whether I succeed or not, I should have enough time to see you again on my way back. Yeah. Cool. We're seeing inkmen everywhere. There are 2 paintings here too. Wait, what? There's a little plant. Is it that? Oh yeah. Ah. Ooh. Looks like the place in this painting is somewhere else. Oh.
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's here! Looks like there's a survivor over there?
Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Oh, yeah, it's this guy. Hello, my name is Escher. I'm a painter. Oh, so you're the Malky that Historia was talking about? The one who did all those amazing paintings? Wait, Paimon just remembered. Have we met before? No, and Escher was my birth name, so... Oh, really? Do you have any brothers who suddenly disappeared? I'm afraid not. Anyway, please come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe. But we're not looking for a safe place. We're here to solve the problem. If that's the case, you should also come with me. I'll take you to where you need to go. Weird guy. Yeah, whatever. Let's follow him and see what he's up to. Something weird about this person. Maybe the nickname Malky was given to him by somebody else and he doesn't really like it? Oh. Something feels off. Painting's so well done, it feels like it's like you're right in there. Huh? Have we reached the end? Whoa. Paimon knew it! That fellow's a fake! It's another ambush! Sightland, Harley, run! Wait, what happens if I... Oh. In the world within the painting, the spreading ink is a terrifying tide that can consume everything. Lingering within its reach will cause you to take continuous damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the Abyss. With Dex's help, seize and unfold the paintings to construct paths that didn't exist before and escape the spreading ink.
This is not the...
An ink-dyed end! Watch out for ink stains. Use Dex to project the paintings and forge a path to escape. Whoa. Oh god. Yo. Don't probably handy. Careful that you don't get hit by an ink drop. Okay. Oh god. This is really cool though. Oh. Oh! Quick, turn back! Oh god. Stay clear of those annoying ink drops. Okay. Oh. Oh. I haven't thought of this solution, that's for sure. I suppose this is all good then. Yo. Some really cool, like, ways that they load new areas here. Oh, this must be that artwork Dowsy was talking about. What? Oh, now I can move. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Looks like things went smoothly for you guys too. Doubtser, can you believe it? We ran into a fake Escher. You filled Doubtser in about what just happened. This must be Malanta working from behind the curtain. To him, names are nothing but a string of numbers slapped onto us when we arrive here. How would he know that Malky was a nickname that Escher's grandfather and father gave him in his childhood? But as it turned out, everyone here gets along so well that you all call him that now. Just because we were somewhat unsettled by his paintings doesn't mean we dislike him. It's just that messing with space is a grave issue around here. That only makes Paimon want to see his work even more. You'll get the chance to see it, I'm sure. Now that we've got the whole set of paintings, one stroke is all we need to connect them. Allow my clumsy hand to provide that finishing touch. After all, I did coach Kano on his Liyue landscape paintings. He won't mind me adding a little something. Through this painting, you should be able to reach the pavilion of paintings at the centre. Once you're inside, try reaching out and plucking the heavenly heart. It just occurred to me, adding feet to a dragon and dotting the eyes of a dragon are both sayings concerning dragons. But their meanings are worlds apart. They sure are. Are they? Touching the screen should do it. Then try to pluck the star. Oh wait, this reminds me of during when he was in his Simulanka form, trying to pluck the stars from the sky because Anya told him that after she was gone, she would be watching him from the stars. I wonder if it's mistranslated, maybe. Whoa, the fog's really cool. Wow, we the pavilion of paintings? That star is right over there. Paimon thought it was some kind of abstract art. Turns out it's plenty real after all. Wait, I just realised this is a different colour to the one that's in Dorman Port. And it's got like a feather in it. Oh, whoops. I fucked that up. I guess the feather part is like a quill. Like we're actually doing writing with this somehow.
Not to be sniffed at.
Oh, I brought the people back. Yo. That's really neat. Kano, Yoshitoshi, Bosch, you've all come back to life. Ah, yeah, and I never want to paint another screen again. Good to have you back, Harley, Paimon, and our young Zeitland. I owe you all a great deal. You really look like Hilda. She's my older sister. I know. This old man's still got an eye for people. Speaking of which, Zeitland, come here for a moment. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Malky anywhere. Did he end up trapped in the desert pavilion? He fell out of the sky. That's on you lot. Why did you lure him into the construction site anyway? We weren't excluding him or anything. We just wanted him to show the people from the desert pavilion how shocking the spatial distortion is. After all, they're the ones who are so obsessed with space. Messing with space might break the rules around here. He's probably been forcibly exiled by Malanta by now. These melons. Mm-hmm. Are they ripe? Huh? Paimon means, are you sure they're ready to eat? That doesn't matter. Zeitland, the two of us used to teach your sister how to draw. Are they a product of this drawing? That's her signature. And since it's her stuff, you should be the one to keep them and take them away from this place. What do you think of this painting? How should I put it? Some people can paint on par with masters in their teenage years, and so they spent the rest of their lives searching for paintings imbued with childlike innocence. I can neither discern a masterful temper nor childlike innocence from Hilda's painting. Instead, it is tinged with sadness. Isn't the sadness conveyed by painting the fruit impressive enough? Really? Are you telling me this painting is devoid of childlike charm and doesn't look like a master's work? Talent and diligent practice are prerequisites for cultivating the spirit of a master. So, why don't you forget what we've taught and do another painting? You guys are hilarious. I'm not doing another painting. I've experienced it once already, and I find it quite interesting. But just as a canvas, once coloured, cannot return to pristine white, how could I possibly forget what I've learned? Let the mediocre piece be as it is. But is that so? So it's just a mediocre piece? And yet, she still signed her name on it. Yes, when we artists take commissions, we always use secret signatures to sign our work. So she named the painting Long Live Life, and then she left. What do you think? Are you going to take her painting with you? No, let it stay where it belongs. Such paintings may become lost and destroyed in less than 100 years if brought outside. Better let it repose in eternal peace here with you. I see. Looks like everything's going smoothly. Historia, what are you doing here? Doubtser told me that you had arrived at Luoyang Academy, so I came along with him. How's the search going? Have you found what you were looking for this time, Zeitland? I have. Could you tell me what it was that landed in Luoyang Academy this time? This is the place of painters, after all. And to tell the truth, I haven't a foggiest what it might be. Photos from my sister's camera. A camera? I've heard people talking about such devices before. You're falling behind. The painters have all heard about cameras from Zeitlin's sister. That's because people here focus on the visual arts. It's normal that she'd talk to them about it. The thing I discussed most with Hilda was philosophy. Hello, baby boy. Philosophy? It's hard to imagine my sister talking about this with someone as knowledgeable as you. Oh, you flatter me. We weren't getting into any deep or complex debates. We were just chatting about how to look at the everyday things around us. For example, the most fundamental question of philosophy is whether one should or shouldn't end it all tomorrow. Huh? Allow me to explain. In a sense, our inquiry into the world is a search for the very meaning of our existence within it. Whether we are the children seated upon the god's knees, or merely echoes in the winds of inconstant time. All of that is too far removed. How can an ordinary person weigh themselves against the universe? For most, the world is no more than their own life. If we one day discover that everything is destined to return to nothingness in the far future, would our lives now still hold meaning? Or should our lives be a shoreless sea of suffering to begin with, then the world may in truth be but a collection of agonies. In either case, there is no difference between living and not. In the latter, death might even be called a release. Paimon doesn't think that's right. Not that she knows how to argue against you, though. And what was my sister's response? Never mind that. I was the one arguing that even if life is inherently meaningless, we should still choose to live it. I'm guessing she picked the other one. That might be why she's dead. It seems you haven't heard. I saw my sister's tombstone back at the sanatorium. Thanks for trying to save her in the end. What's written on her epitaph? One lifetime doesn't count. Is that what it says? I see. Zeitland. I can hardly believe it myself, and I wish I could say something to take your pain away. Give me some time, though. You don't have to say anything. I thought I'd cry the moment I saw our tombstone, but as it turned out, I was unusually calm. It would have been better if I had cried. That's not what I meant. Anyway, you'll understand later. Why do they call you the master of anti-self-termination? It's all because of a math problem I posed. The problem goes like this. A group of soldiers refuses to surrender, viewing it as a matter of honor. So they decide to come up with a set of rules to determine who among them would end the humiliation, and for whom. So what manners of rules would ensure that one would be the last man standing? It's probably due to this purely mathematical problem. Purely mathematical. Tell me about your era. My era was the one that came after Historia's. I'd never heard of the dragon that tore open the sky in my time. Okay, so like Hyperborea. We were not as wise as those from his era, because the angels no longer bestowed true secrets upon us. Maybe a bit after Hyperborea then? After I found out that all our philosophizing, creations, and struggles were all for naught, the only consolation I had was that Historia's era wasn't particularly rich or opulent by any measure. Our two eras were comparable in terms of quality of life, in fact. A philosopher in despair turned competitive hedonist. What a heartbreaking tale. In this sense, Historia has shown tremendous strength. The pursuit of knowledge and record-keeping are such meaningless behaviours. Yet he still exerts his mind to such ends. As for this big thing in front of us... Oh, this thing here is called a memory core. How do I explain this? Simply put, it is a place where information about unknown civilizations is stored. Civilizations that fall out of human memory also lose their meaning, and things that lose their meaning will also lose their original form. Eventually, all that is left are embers known as memory factors, left to await a new cycle that shall never come. If only we had more of these embers, then we might be able to reproduce a thing or two. Unfortunately, it looks like there isn't enough of them inside the memory core at the moment.